Well, I just wanted to tell you, well, I have a question also, but I wanted to tell you, you're doing a really, really good thing. I was struggling so bad that I went to the doctor. I went to the dietitian. The dietitian was like, there's no way that you're that active. There's no way you're only eating this much. There's no way. And so I actually went, and I was like, no, I have a very active job. And I went and bought an Apple Watch because I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am more stationary than I thought. And I'm on my feet, moving around, being active, an average of 14 hours a day because of my job. And I was like, I'm eating less than everyone else in my house. What the hell's going on? Why? What's happening? And so anyways, I take all this stuff back to her, and she's like, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we should do more blood tests. And I'm just kind of throwing my hands in the air, and I came across your live, and you were telling everybody about you're not eating enough. The women's throwing their hair on all of these things are happening to me. And so on my own, I used your calculator, changed what I cut out all the crap, and I eat. I call it, if it grows, I can eat it.
Love it.
So I have in 3 months lost 20 pounds, just changing what I eat. Not changing any of the activity because I'm honestly so freaking tired at the end of the day. I'm like, how can I possibly do more? So I go back to the dietitian for the last time. I'm not paying her again to show her the progress. The only reason that I knew that I had lost that much weight was because she weighs you. And I just knew that I was losing weight because I was able to, break into if I just lose a few pounds, I can wear those clothes. And I feel better. And it was really hard to eat that much because it turned out after getting the MyFitnessPal and actually recording what I was eating, I was eating like 900 calories a day. And I was afraid to eat more than that because I'm overweight. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm so glad that I came across your live and that I listened to what you said. And one of the things that you said that made me go, I'll try this, because I was afraid to eat more. I was afraid. Was you said, all you have to lose is some weight. And that really made me think about it. And so I got on your website. I look at your Instagram. I look at your YouTube stuff, and I just listen to you, and I just appreciate you. But my question is, I know that one of your videos that you were on your Instagram, you were in the grocery store and talking about how some of these things that say low fat are just garbage. I kind of miss tortillas, and I just want to know if the carb balance ones are okay. I know that they have less carbs and more fiber in them. But I used to eat wraps and stuff like that. Now I don't. Now I just eat. If it doesn't fall, they don't grow, so I don't eat them.
Let me ask you, have
Yes.
you tried doing lettuce wraps?
I have, and I like the texture, but there's just something about it being simple to make it and then have it ready because my day is really busy, and it would just be easier. However, if you would say I don't really think that those are very good, I would just continue what I'm doing, and because I can get over it. Detoxing from sugar was the hardest thing, and if I can do that, I can do pretty much anything, I think.
So someone just talked about Egg Life wraps. They have the same texture, but they're made of eggs.
I have seen those. I actually buy those for my daughter because she has a gluten intolerance.
Have you tried them?
I have not. I save them for her. I let her have them, and they don't grow, so I don't eat them. I mean, I would try it if you think that they're like okay.
A couple people are talking about it right now that they're phenomenal. I've never seen them. I've never looked at them. But to answer your question, the low carb tortillas, like if you want to do it, go for it. I have had my blood sugars go up eating them.
Okay.
So it's with the amount of ingredients that's in there of why I don't do it. Like, why are there all these different ingredients?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And that's why I was like, no, those things don't grow anywhere. Because basically that's what you're saying is the, proteins, if you want fruit, you're okay with cheese. I know cheese doesn't grow, but it's made from something that grows. So,
right.
But anyways, I feel like way better, and it's feeling so much better, is worth cutting out the crap. It's just, I felt like just a week into it, I was like, I don't feel weighed down. I feel clearer, just better, just overall better.
So what happened when you went to the dietitian? I want to know that story.
Well, when I showed her my Apple, showed her the diagnostics on my Apple phone from my watch, she just, she blinked at me a few times and was in shock. And I told her, I said, you're getting paid to tell people like me how to be healthy, but you're not believing us because you look at me and you think I'm just eating cakes and pies and sitting on the couch all day. and I'm not at all, And I said, that's actually, I told her, and she'd been telling me, you need to eat less. There's no way, blah, blah, blah. And I said, actually, I took a chance on this man that lives in Arizona, who's a trainer, blah, blah. And I told her about your live. And I said, and he said, what do you have to lose but some weight? And I thought, you're right. What else? What do I have to lose at this point? What do I have to lose? Because what she's telling me was partial information, and it was bad information. She was telling me to eat 1,200 calories a day, which would have been a little more, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and I know it wasn't enough because when I started targeting what your website, your calculator recommended, is when the weight started coming off, and I used to be dizzy and stuff from not having enough nutrients. And I'm hoping that when I go back to the doctor that my blood work comes back better, because my thyroid is basically not working at all. I'm taking medicine for it because it's just non-existent. It's not working. And so it's been years of not taking care of myself and eating right because I didn't know how. I used to be really physically active, and then something big happened in my life, and then everything changed. And then shortly after that, I had children, and I was less active, and no more, I used to run, and now I'm not going to running. There's too many people out there. And so I had this, I just quit. I quit running. And then later on I was like, well, I'm going to do a different kind of exercising. And then I didn't even have a fun story. It wasn't even actually doing the kickboxing. And I felt good doing kickboxing, but I ended up tearing my ACL on doing a stupid deep lunge. It wasn't even a cool story. So it was like, this is crap. So that, it was another setback. And then then the years went by. So now I'm 44 and going, ugh. But another good thing that happened with me changing and listening to you and just really digging in and making this change was I have 2 daughters that are following suit. And they're more active, and they're eating, and they're counting their calories. They both downloaded the MyFitnessPal. We had to adjust the calories on the MyFitnessPal, though, because it says a little bit lower than yours.
It adds up.
I was like, no, I'm listening to what this guy says
it's 1 gram of carbs.
It's been working. Anyways, it's my family is changing.
I love that the kids are changing everything too. So
yeah,
what?
I mean, they're adults, but they're my kids. You know?
They always will be. Let me so how did the conversation go with the nutritionist? Like, this is hysterical to me. Like,
oh, she was like just in disbelief, and she said, well, this is what they teach you. And I said, well, they teach you to stuff pills down people's throats, and I'm sure they did not teach you to just be so judgmental. It was not it was my last visit was 15 minutes. Basically telling her that I pay you $250 to visit you for half an hour, and I'm wasting my money, where this guy over here, I can buy a meal plan from him for $30 a whole month and then get a whole bunch of other information for free, and it's working. And she just really didn't have any, I mean, she had to stay professional, but I was not. I was just very
let her have it
about it.
Yeah, I would have ripped into it. I would have been like, you don't know what you're talking about. I've literally been listening to you, paying you $250. I've got no results, and the outcome of me not getting results is you're going to tell me I'm lying.
Right. I said, and then I think I said you should be ashamed of yourself, I don't know, half a dozen times. Because it's true. It's true. She's getting paid at a doctor's office.
Because she has a title to her name.
To not listen, because she has some certificate.
Yep.
That says that she knows what she's doing. Well, you know what? There's other people in my field of work that have certificates that don't know what they're doing either.
Doctors don't know what the hell they're doing. 40,000 deaths.
I realize that.
40.
I didn't know that your diet could control your thyroid. So this whole time I've been like, oh, what am I going to do? This is horrible. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And now I'm like, well, I can't wait to go back in 6 months and see if anything's changed and maybe get off of this medicine for it.
I love it. How many calories have you been doing? Like, when you started, how many calories did the calorie calculator give you?
Like 1,900 and
2,000
something. Yeah, around almost 2,000.
So you went from 900 to 2,000 calories a day.
Oh, and it was miserable. It was miserable. I felt like it was Thanksgiving every freaking day. And it was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to eat this. There's no way I'm going to be able to eat this. I was dying. And then after about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I started being like, well, I'm actually kind of hungry for the meal. And then there's other stuff that's like gross stuff, like going to the using the bathroom is like, I don't know, I'm going to just say it was more satisfying.
Yeah, it should be solid. It should be great. It should be enjoyable.
But it was,
I love it.
Like, everything changed. And it was just, you happened to just show up on my For You page, and you were talking to someone on the phone who was about my weight, who, I don't know, she wasn't as active, but I felt like I could really relate to what she was saying. And it just seemed like you really cared genuinely. And I don't know, I got hooked on the information. And and now it's 3 months later.
And that is exactly why I do these calls when I'm live, because I know someone listening is going to actually start.
Well, and see, and I know you had like a dead space a little earlier with the phone calls, and I'm like, please don't give up, please don't stop your life, because I was grooming a dog, and I'm like, just give me another half an hour, I'll be done with this, and I can call. Please don't. I'm like, I need to tell you how much you've changed everything. Like, I mean, I did it, but you helped me. You gave me the tools.
And you made the changes. You did everything. You could have easily said, there's no way. What the psychological part for me, for everyone always is what made you actually do it?
Well, my last labs had a high sodium count. My thyroid was bad. I don't know. I started worrying about little things like, do I need to make a will because I want to make sure my kids get my house? Stuff like that. I was dying. Dying was the big factor, like leaving my kids. even though they're adults, was the biggest factor. I know that the path that I was going on with things starting to break down, because every time I'd go to the doctor, first it was just my thyroid, then it was the sodium count, and then they were like, you're pre-diabetic. And then I'm like, man, I'm just falling apart, and I know it's this. And I need to get a few more years so that my kids who are not kids, I know I keep calling them kids, they're adults, to make sure they're like on their feet and stuff before I tick out,
Yeah.
And so that was my biggest motivation. Everyone wants to look better and feel better, but that wasn't enough. The real motivation was sticking around a little longer.
That's awesome. So what made you continue? What made
results, I guess. I feel better.
When did it click for you that, holy cow, this is actually working?
It wasn't the first 2 weeks when I felt like I was so full. I think when it was my Apple Watch. My Apple Watch would be like, oh, you hit a new goal. You hit a new goal. And I didn't feel tired. Like, cause I am on my feet literally all day. Like my watch clicks, my low days are 12 hours. I've been on my feet and been active for 21 hours at the most. That was a really, really crazy, crazy time. But I was so tired at the end of the day when everybody's like, well, can't you just take a walk around the building? And I'm like, you don't understand, I have nothing left. There's nothing left at the end of the day. When I'm done working, there's nothing. And now they're like, you need to sit down for a while. I just feel better. And I guess the energy was just naturally there. And that's when I knew there was a difference. I just felt better. And it wasn't even that long, maybe 3 weeks in, and I was like, I feel really good. Oh, my skin changed. My skin looks better. Everything's changed. Hope some of my hair starts growing back in.
That's awesome. And I'm so happy I called you back, and that's why I do this. I'm just so happy that you started. You actually stuck with it. You could have easily quit on 3 days in. You could have easily never done it. You could have kept swiping.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy for you to actually do it for you and to continue doing it and trusting the process. I'm so happy that you went back to this nutritionist, dietitian, and was like, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And it's disgusting that you tell your clients who are paying you that they're lying. People are desperately trying to lose weight. They're paying thousands of dollars. People are so desperate that they'll get under the knife to lose the weight.
I was considering it. And then when I got especially even after I heard you be like, don't do that to people. I hate when people do that. It's so hard to get the calories in. And I was like, okay. And then when I got the MyFitnessPal, which is another thing that you recommended, when I started doing the MyFitnessPal, I was like, holy crap, I'm not even eating 1,000 calories in a day. And this is like normal eating. And I was like, no wonder all my hair's falling out. And I can't even tell you, I eat a box full of vitamins a day because I'm like, my hair's falling out, my nails didn't look good, my skin was not good. I'm like, that. And I was taking so many vitamins, and I still take the vitamins, just I'm not going to let go of them. But I was taking all of these vitamins thinking that was the answer, and it's just getting in healthy food, or as I call it, if it grows, you can eat it.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you, and I just can't wait to see what happens in the next 6 months to a year.
Yeah, I need to take your advice and do a photo. I just thought if my clothes fit different and I feel different, I'm going to be just happy with that because I don't want to be disappointed. I'm just going to try this, and I thought it was safer. But now I'm like, shit, I should have taken, sorry to cuss. I should have taken a picture. 3 months ago because I know I look different because I can wear smaller clothes. I've been clothes shopping in 3 months.
Yes, you should have taken a before and after photo. But if that's the only thing, if that's the only thing you didn't listen to me about, I'm okay with that.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And it feels like everyone should know about you. Like after this, I'm like, everyone should just listen. Like, you should all know. Check this out.
Trust me, I know. And
I bet you know.
I know. If everyone just actually did it, people would get amazing results. And trust me, I know. The thing is that when the day that happens that I am well known, I'll probably end up dead somehow. Somehow I had a heart attack or some tragic accident because everyone's actually getting healthy and getting off all these drugs.
Right. Yeah, that's my goal is like, I would really like to live as naturally as possible and be healthy as possible. Because who knows what's in those, really.
Yeah.
So.
100%.
But I appreciate you. And then I got to get going here because I have another dog.
No, you're good to go.
To go.
I appreciate it a ton. Seriously.
My bather's waving at me.
Keep doing what you're doing. Have an amazing week.
You do the same. Thanks so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.